All right, y'all, it's springtime, or like I like to call it, pretend investor season. You're gonna get random calls, if you haven't already, about people going, hey, I'm an investor, I wanna buy a house. Hey, I'm this, I wanna buy a house. And most likely, they're not real investors. They have great intentions, but they're actually probably gonna be a little gun shy. So here are some questions I recommend you ask these investors to see if they're legit and if they actually have some merits behind them. If not, I've got some ideas for you too. So first and foremost, when an investor calls me, I ask them, hey, how many houses have you bought? If it's 0, that's okay, we can work through it. But the next question would be, so how do you plan on doing your financing? Are you gonna be paying cash? Are you going through a bank, hard money loan, whatever it is? If they don't know, that's a good indication they're not far enough along in the process. The third question I would ask if they do have financing is, what is your buy box? What are you looking for in an investment property? Are they flips? Are they long terms? Are they short terms? Are they a certain return on investment, a certain cap rate? Most solid investors have a plan, a focus, and they stay within that, which is really important for an agent that's working with an investor because now we know what they're looking for and we can go find it. The fourth question is, are you looking for agents to bring you houses or are you looking for a relationship with an agent? Here's a little news alert. Most investors are not loyal, and I don't blame them. They are looking for needles in a haystack, especially if they have a very concentrated buy box. So oftentimes they'll reach out to agents and say, hey, if you got something, bring it to me and I'll pay you, which is not a bad deal. If you have one of those, sock them away in your database, put them in there, and if you go to a listing appointment and you think it might work for them, you call them up, have them buy it. Not a big deal. It's a good thing to have in your back pocket. But the last thing you don't want to do is get in with investors that don't have a plan, that don't have money, that don't know the area, and you're running around like crazy doing CMAs on 40 different houses, and they're probably not going to buy any of them. So when you've got an investor calling you, make sure you put them through the paces to make sure they're legitimate. And if they're not, then become a guide, get them through the process. And if you don't know what that is, here's what I would recommend. First, let's get financing figured out. There's no point in working with an investor if they don't have money to buy a house. Second, let's define what they're looking for. Most solid investors or new investors have a mentor. So let's figure out what that is too. And then I would put them on a drip system to see if there's any listings that come up that they like. And then as you find things that maybe come through your office or come through your database, you can present it to them. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time on this, but I would spend just enough time to see if they're real and they can make some money for you. So hopefully this helps. Good luck in investor season. It's gonna be a brutal one out there, but I'm sure if you do it right, you can make some good money off some great investors.